Anyways, all joking aside, now onto my top 10 list, and I tried to leave off the Undertakers, the Rocks, the Austins, because I figured those would be people that you'd probably have on your list or that these fans would expect. I tried to go a different direction, if you will, and try to give mention to the people that wouldn't be as thought of. So number 10 on my list of the best gimmicks of all time is a current gimmick right now, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Ooh.
Matt Morgan is in TNA what WWE couldn't figure out what to do. Matt Morgan was one of those guys that was just floundering in lower to mid-card hell, not really getting the push he deserved, had all the potential to be main event talent, went to TNA, and they have pushed him to the moon. And they have built him into this gimmick that, for whatever reason, still hasn't won the world title TNA. Y'all fucking up on that one, giving it to Cokehead Hardy, but not Matt Morgan.
Oh!
You know, but Matt Morgan, TNA has turned the ugly duckling into a swan, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is a gimmick that started out on the indies and is just recently starting to get TV exposure. The keenest of these, Joey Ryan.
Who wants a mustache ride?
I don't.
Say what you will about Joey Ryan, that gimmick is gold. He's basically been running that gimmick since 2005 with a couple of alterations here and there. You know, when he was in NWA Hollywood, he was doing Hollywood Zone and not being as sleazy. But once he turned heel there, he started to bring the sleazy back out in him too.
I was giving him props with that one.
He's basically been running that shtick, like I said, since 05-06 when he won the PWG World Heavyweight Championship and made it a World Heavyweight Championship, defending it in England and Germany. So Joey Ryan's Keenest Lee's gimmick definitely deserves the number 9 spot in my opinion. Number 8, from Extreme Championship Wrestling, not WWECW, but the
real
Tribe
shit.
of Extreme,
The real
the
shit.
Human Suplex Machine Taz.
Ooh, yes. EC
You know,
fucking W.
They took the freaking long-haired, nappy Captain Caveman-looking motherfucker, the Tasmaniac, altered his gimmick during his injury, brought him back as a UFC MMA style gimmick before that was popular. Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. And that motherfucker wrecked shit. And when he wasn't getting the respect he deserved, he created his own goddamn title. The Fuck the World Championship.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Until Shane Douglas would finally step up and give him the championship match he deserved, he had his own title.
Mm-hmm.
The Fuck the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look that up. I never knew that.
Yep, only 2 people in ECW history ever held that title.
Correct.
Taz and Sabu.
Mm-hmm.
The homicidal, suicidal, genocidal one.
Which
and stuff?
Sabu gets an honorable mention on my list. He's not on here.
I forgot about him, but yeah, he's definitely...
Number 7 on my list is a tie. Much like you had as your number 10, my number 7 is a tie because, as I touched on earlier when we were talking about Austin Rock, these two kind of go hand in hand. And that's the Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, Word Motherfucking Life,
That John Cena.
and the Legend Killer, Randy Orton.
Ooh, nice.
The Legend Killer gimmick is really what got Randy over. Started really when he defeated RVD at Armageddon 03 for the Intercontinental title. Went pretty much all the way up until Benoit killed himself. That gimmick pretty much ran because I remember they even did one thing backstage. I forget who he was talking to. And WWE slept on this as a t-shirt. He walked up to somebody, was like, Randy Orton, legend. You know the rest.
That would have been a badass shirt.
Oh.
Legend, ... on the back. You know the rest. With him doing his pose.
That would have been badass.
WWE slept. But yeah, John Cena and Randy Orton, those two gimmicks particularly, not the Viper and the C-Nation, but the Legend Killer and the Doctor at Thugonomics. The two gimmicks that put them on the map. Number 6, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
Nice.
Specifically, we're talking Solo circa SummerSlam '92 with the braids and the beads and the the British flag.
When he's getting his push for the IC title.
Yes. That British Bulldog, I always thought was just so badass, and I always slept on getting that action figure because they did a Jakks Classic Superstars, which came with the flag so that he could kind of have it as his cape and everything.
That running power slam was bitchin' too.
Yes, it was. Number 5, the Game Triple H. Not the Degenerate, even though the DX Triple H was funny. Not the Cerebral Assassin, but the Game. Game over? You damn right I'm over. Number 4, another one from the original Tribe of Extreme. Rob Van Dam. The whole fucking show! The guy that had a vocabulary, could go out there, not necessarily wax philosophical and shit, but make you think. RVD always had great promo abilities, more than just cool, dude, sweet.
Fucking Carol, no, not Carol. Dude, where's my car?
Seriously. Seriously. That's basically what RVD got turned into. And it's like, dude, that's why I love his promo at freaking One Night Stand. Go back and rewatch that shit. It's like, yo, Fonzie, remember when I used to actually talk and I had a vocabulary? It's like, fuck yeah, I remember, Rob. I was watching your ass back then.
My favorite promo was post One Night Stand at the ECW taping where he's like, thanks, Paulie. This is a nice belt. I think I'll keep this one and this one too, because this one's cool, but look at this one. This motherfucker sings!
But yeah, call him whatever you want. RVD, the whole effing show, Mr. Pay-Per-View, Mr. Monday Night.
Yes.
Rob Van Dam, the whole fucking show, a great gimmick.
Awesome.
Number 3, one that you actually had on your list, not just an honorable mention, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby.
In public, if you will.
Gotta have Dusty on there as far as gimmicks go. The son of a plumber that, you know.
Just a common man.
What else can you say about Dusty that's never been said?
I wined and dined with kings and queens, and slept in alley that died on poking beans.
Thank you, Pinky. Number two, there's only one thing you can really say about number 2 on my list.
Woo! Give me the buck! Give me the buck!
The boy,
Woo!
Ric Flair. You want to talk about a man that was a gimmick, that lived his gimmick inside and outside of the ring. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Granted, he stole the Nature Boy from Buddy Rogers, but once that gimmick became his, man, he took the Nature Boy to new levels.
He was the jet flying, limousine riding,
Kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing,
son of a gun.
I was waiting for you to finish it. You didn't know it all?
I had a brain for it, but thank you.
God damn, man.
Give me the book.
And the only thing that's better than number 2 isn't actually number 1. It's number 4. The 4 Horsemen. And you said, give me any incarnation except for Mongo. No. There, as far as I'm concerned, there are only 2 incarnations of the Horsemen that are worth serious mention when it comes to the gimmick list. And that's the original with Flair, Arn, Ole, and Tully, and the second gen with Flair, Arn, Tully, and Winder. Because that's the version of the stable that held every title. And the original is where the name came from. You know, you want to talk about a gimmick, freaking it's been documented hundreds of times over. The promo wasn't planned. Arn just pulled it out of his ass. The 4 Horsemen name. And that's why it worked. It wasn't something that some booking agent wrote down on a slip of paper and said, here, call yourselves this. It just organically flowed in the promo.
I also want to point out the fact, and only reason why I didn't put them on my list is because I wasn't watching during this era. I was taking my little hiatus from watching wrestling. But without the Four Horsemen, there would be no Evolution.
This is true. There would be no DX. There would be no NWO. There would be no Shield, no Nexus.
No Nation of Domination or any of that shit. I mean, they were like...
I think we could have done without the DOA and the Boricuas, though. Just saying.
I thought the DOA was a pretty good faction.
Until The Undertaker did it on his own 4 years later. Solo! Without anybody running with him.
Because actually when I first saw him... Because I was there the night they debuted. When I first saw him coming down the ramp on the Harley Davidsons, at first I thought it was the LOD right into the ring. Because I remember that SummerSlam a few years ago when they came on the bikes. I was like... But...
So, that is my top 10 gimmicks. What do y'all think? Leave your top 10 best gimmicks of all time in the comment box. Give us video responses. I'm taking your lines, I know, but it's just so force of habit for me to say it. So,
well, like he just said, until the next time, I'm Double A.
I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams.
And deuces.